Now, because cache can only store a limited amount of data entries, we need to make sure that the cache contains only those data entries which are most likely to be requested in the future. And hence, we need to keep updating the cache regularly. And the way we do that is every time when we have a new data entry that we want to cache, we remove an existing data entry from the cache, which out of all the existing data entries is least likely to be requested in the future. Now, how do we decide which data entry from the cache is least likely to be requested in the future? So there are some standard algorithms that we use for this purpose. These algorithms are known as cache eviction policies. Let's have a look at some of the common cache eviction policies. The first one is least recently used. This probably is the most popular cache eviction policy. Under this policy, as the name suggests, the cache evicts the data entry that is the least recently accessed or the least recently used. Which means, according to this policy, the data entry which is least recently accessed is least likely to be requested in the future. And so, under this policy, the cache will replace the least recently accessed data entry with a new one. Okay? Next one is most recently used. Clearly, as the name suggests, this policy is the opposite of the least recently used. Under this policy, the cache evicts the data entry that is most recently accessed. Okay. Next one is least frequently used. Under this policy, again, as the name suggests, the cache evicts the data entry that is used least often. Next one is first in, first out. This one evicts the data entries in the same order as they come. So, according to this policy, the data entry which came first is least likely to be requested in the future. And hence we replace the data entry which came first with a new one. Okay, so these are some of the standard cache eviction policies.